Rihanna. What up, Roy? Alright, we're gonna go on a shopping simulator. Oops, did I just do that again? I sure did. There we go. Down to sport mode. Alright. How's everybody doing? We need to go get some milk. We're gonna go to the dairy. The dairy. What is that song? Something about the dairy. It's the not fairy tale. What's it called? Nursery rhyme. Something in the dairy. Ring around the posy, Bobby. Posy. No, something like that. Then we'll do shopping cart simulator. We'll do that first. And then we'll go to the then we'll go to the dairy. That's it. Sometimes you need milk and graham crackers. You gotta start finding. Oh, breathe. I forgot to send you the recipe for the freaking Darum tuna noodle casserole. Hold on, I'll get to you in a second. I don't have good eyesight. I got pretty good eyesight. I got pretty good eyesight. Really far stuff, but in my old age. Which is actually weird. How's everybody doing? What up, Catra? What up, Rihanna? Shopping fun. We're doing it, brother. What up, Gertrude? I watched Serpico. Yep, good movie. Allergies have beaten me up. So there's a lot of freaking pollen here. Like, wait till I show you the bed of the truck. It's green. Oh my God. What up, Scott, brother? I'm not driving through nobody's fields. Rich, I thought you were going to mail me a plate. Even I walked back to the aisle. I even walked in the aisle. What did I miss? The deficiencies are trying to make me stay home. What up, OG Kicks? Long time, brother. I hate on it. Yeah, I don't go to the grocery store alone. I go with you. I don't know, something about being a young adult in the store alone trying to buy old people. What up, Arshad? Yeah, a lot of pollen. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot. Look at, like, you can see here, like, all of that's pollen. All of this is pollen. Everywhere. Pollen. All pollen. Yeah. Dry eyes. Looks like your cat. Severe thunderstorms, a tornado, hail risk. What the hail? What the hell? Oh, geez. $6 sushi. How you doing? I grabbed one of the old carts that don't have a good, like, there's like kids falling through the seats. Rich, I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, it's a lot of pollen down here. I would have waited at the grocery store. Yeah, you could have. We could set up shopping dates. Don't tell your husband. I'm going shopping with Richard. Wow. Sarah Lee. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Brianna's funny. Okay. I had to downshift past the slow pokes. Alright, let's see here. Oh man. Look at this, April 7th. They're trying to give us a rotten milk. April 10th. All right, we'll take April 10th. How you doing? Frozen. Yeah. Nice, easy day. His name is Andy. I was close. Yep. Who's dirty a little secret? Time to see my school computer. Okay, there we go. There we go. We gotta find the crackers. Alright, where are we going? Alright, what am I missing? Wait a second. If somebody sees graham crackers, shout it out. Regular crackers. Oh, here's your nut thins. Nut thins. I'm so buff, I want to eat a case of water. Cheez-Its. It's just Cheez-It. That's one of those, what are they called? Mandela effects. People believe that it's Cheez-Its. It has an S or a Z on the end, but it's actually just Cheez-It. Ah, found them. Alright. Well, all done. Let's get out of here. No, yeah, it's... No, it's not. No, it's Cheez-It. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Supposedly the government, the CIA, wants us to think we're all crazy, so they're gaslighting us by constantly changing the name. Cheez-It. What up, lady boy? What up? Alright. Well, let's go. Help make somebody rich by going to the self-checkout. What up in Liverpool? Live and shopping. Alright. So if you use the gun, it doesn't yell at you about not putting things in the bag. Life hack. Oops. But nobody listen to that. That's my phone number. Oh, wow. That don't work. Okay, well, that doesn't work. It's out of the battery. Place vitamin bag. Yeah, way ahead of you. Pay now. What up, ND? Cheese nits. Alright, receipt. My second job as an overnight stocker supervisor. He didn't like the facing. Dude, I used to do that, not for a grocery store. I did it for Heckinger's in Home Depot back in the day. What's up, Cam? Just got a douchey face, low key. No wonder so many minds did in it. They're not gonna kick you out. You got a douchey name. When you pee, your stream's so narrow. Flashbacks, no shit. Get a load of this guy. No, it's the rope itself. Times 10. He needs a friend. Cam, I'll be your friend, brother. Us guys all do it at a time. Yeah, especially Katra. spool of rope, been with me for 10% of my life. 10-year-old rope. Hey, that was one banning all the trolls back up. What up, Georgie? I'll say, hey, did you learn anything yet? Yeah, he's just young. He's just young. Believes what he was taught by people that didn't believe what they were teaching. Happens to the best of them. You want to add this in? Thank you. That's a lot of freaking tree dandruff. Yeah, look at all that. Look at that. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. All right, now we got about 3 more minutes. Auto start. Bloody shit train. Okay. All right, now we gotta go to the dairy. What is the song? I'm gonna bury something in the dairy. Ashes, ashes. Is that it? We all fall down. Isn't it something in the dairy like that? Hi-ho the dairy-o. Hi-ho the dairy. Cheerio? Dairy-o? No, I'm probably wrong. Okay, that's all right. That's my lane, but I'll let you borrow it for a second there, buddy. I'll let you borrow it for a second. Shopping is always pleasant. I started vaping yesterday. Well, I missed a whole lot. This vaping stuff is rough though, my friend. No, yeah, like 20 years ago when it first started, I was getting ones that were still shaped like cigarettes, like back when they looked like a fake cigarette filter, but before they became like the big contraptions for vaping. Yeah, I got them then. Oh my god, it's finally up. Like a fan, I know. Hi-ho the Cheerio, is that what it is, Roy? Not dairy? I guess I was wrong. Yeah, vaping's rough. Yeah, stop doing that, George. You probably got, and a lot of that stuff is black market oils, and they're actually, it's like filtered, like car oil that it's not good, dude. Yeah, like look up the people that were arrested just for using the improper oils and making marijuana and vape things. Seriosa! Undercover popo. and the metal coil also, so you're inhaling heavy metals. Well, something good's happening. The gas is coming down. 30 cents, that's a lot. Down to 2.59. It was 3.89 the other day when I came out. Alright, let's see. Probably gonna get blurry again. Yeah. Dude. Oh, his electric scooter batteries died. Why not just ride it like a scooter? He's pushing it. And it's like downhill. It's not. We're not going uphill. I don't know. Maybe it's just like, oh, it's dead. It only works with the battery in it. That's why I wear glasses with old lady glasses. My glasses fall off my face, my head, my hair. Hi ho, the Cheerio. I think it was dairy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do. She was looking at her phone, and I saw her looking at her phone, and she started to pull out in front of me. Put a freaking right out in front of me, jam it later. And a lot of times there's nobody in here in this store. You just go in and grab a gallon of milk and tap your card, head on out. It's like very high trust. You know, you don't get this a lot. Oh, did I pass it already? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. I think I did pass it. I definitely passed it. Yeah, I definitely passed it. Dang it. Oh, that was me. I definitely passed it. Atlanta Falcons. I was so worried about that person pulling out in front of me, I missed it. It's the windshield's so dirty, it's trying to focus on the windshield, but it's like all right, whatever, that's fine. Man, my bad. Oh, I shouldn't have went in this way. Richard, you idiot. Roscoe's Pools. Roscoe P. Coltrane. All right. Higher than Aereo. You're right. The Farmer in the Dell. Okay, cool. All right, I thought I knew it. Not only did I never do any, I learned by watching my friends. Well, that might cause problems in what your life is there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, stay away from that stuff. It's not very helpful, Gatra. I'm telling you. It's not helpful. It's the opposite of helpful. Come on. power lines, these pole pigs. Looks like this video we were watching yesterday. Glasses fall off my head. Lock the focus. Here we go. After this white truck, we're gonna go. After this white truck. And then wait till you see this stuff. Wait till you see this place. This is the freaking country, boy. Yeah, there we go. Now it looks like there's some people up here. Their house right to the right, and then they got their little store here, right here. So it's not like they got to buy extra land or pay rent somewhere else. All right, let's see. Where'd my glasses go? Dang it, man. Oh, there they are. Okay, let's see. All right, we'll take care of this real quick. All right, let's see. The 5G poles are crazy. Yeah, we've been over the same size. Because only one for y'all sees buddy pop the back track and cheese, Georgie. Little cartridge that bought costs $50. What up, Michelle? It's 5G poles. Yeah, don't do it. No, it's just Georgie wants to. Yeah, busy road. Probably baby stuff. Dang it. Shouldn't hit the gas so hard my milk went all over the... Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see. Alright, how are we doing? Look at this cute little place here. Country Garden Farms. Nice. Freaking gardens, right? Okay. Brianna, not a good thing to say. Yeah, if I used to go to the cartridges too fine. Never turns out well. Yeah, no, not on New Year's Eve either, Georgie. Remember, if it was... The sun is a deadly laser. You know. Vapes versus cigarettes. Vapes will probably be better than cigarettes because cigarettes contain cyanides. And that, you know what that does to B12. We've talked about this. You know what that does to B12. 12. Yeah. Alright, there's kids around here. Make sure I'm working over. Parents get pissed at that. Interesting. I never used the freaking backup camera. It's great. Forget that. Driving east. Cars are so smart. Oh, that was fun. Got some milk. Some graham crackers. Cheez-It. Make sure you pick up some Cheez-Its. Yeah, I agree with Roy. Listen to that. Listen to him. He's obviously the only one in the chat with sense. Roy needs to be celebrated for his opinions. Well, I just found First Avenue. I guess they had to start somewhere. Now I've got a white car phobia. Like it seems like all the videos we've been watching lately, all of the white cars, it seems like always to be the ones that get hit. Or do the hitting. Sun is a deadly laser. Nice motorcycle. Jeez. Bet you no one ever tried to put that in the back of a pickup truck and wrecked it on YouTube. Challenger. Oh, no, Dodge Charger. Heavy. Alright, how we doing? We're doing good. Alright, the moon's gone. There we go. No milk to fly around. Wow. Hold on. What did I say before? 389. Right. 362. Oh, no. Right. It was 359. I got almost a half tank. We'll go. Taco Bell's hiring. That's odd. That's odd. Because I remember them talking about this Taco Bell. And they fired like 4 people because AI was doing the ordering. I wonder if it went to crap. They got a sign out now. It seems like a lot of that's happening lately. A lot of rehiring. Meta, Amazon. my God! There's a Trump sticker on the left-hand side of this Jeep, and a Kamala sticker on the right. I wonder if the husband's a Trump supporter and the wife's a Kamala supporter, or if they're just trying to confuse people. The sun is a deadly danger. Hold on. We got like 2 more minutes before I get back to it. I can't read while I drive. Oh, dude. When I was younger, they, I'll tell the story later. Probably a bad idea. Anyway, sometimes I start talking before I start thinking. Put my mouth in gear before I put my head in gear. That's what my mom used to say. Ah, dude. That was dead deer. All right. Left hand turn. Change lanes. Here. Not a blinker. Yeah. Teach an ND how to drive 300 feet before you turn, which is 100 meters. Let's say. Okay, what up, BTPOC? You see that eye go wandering sometimes? What up? What up? In Japan, they've got drones delivering machines. They've got them here in America too. You can go into Amazon's website and click drone deliveries to see what they have delivered available for drone delivery. If you have an area that's got it uses Google Maps, Google Earth to see if you've got a landing area that's big enough for the drones. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. And helicopter taxis. I was thinking about buying a bunch of pigeons and programming it. You should have went. Yep, you did. Okay, never mind. Brianna's gonna invest in it. Pigeon drone. You're like, sir, the hamburger has poop on the bag. You better fire that pigeon. Guys can tell you about a car accident I got into once. guy, Brad Shabinsky, was driving. Yeah, yeah. He liked to fool around when he was driving all the time. He would jerk the wheel back and forth real quick to make the car go. And then one time we were doing about 80, 85, and he did that, and we broke traction. Boom! Right into the wall. I had both my feet on the dashboard. I was wearing wingtips. You know, I'm talking about these shoes, like the leather laces, and they got like that. Anyway, so my feet came off, and I kicked the windshield. Anyway, it doesn't matter if I kicked the windshield. The rest of the car was absolutely ruined. Toot, as they would say. Flash smoke. No, that's not my house. Get wackadoodle here for a second while it switches over to the Wi-Fi. Reverse a doodle. Reverse a doodle. Pay attention. Holy shit. What up, crying fish? My favorite Looney Richard is on house and hang a little to the left, my brother. $2 in a Snickers bar. Been investing in far. I got $2 in a Snickers bar. I got $2 in a Snickers bar. Invest with Andy and we'll go far. All right, what am I thinking? Keys. What is that? Let's see what stream widgets. Okay. I'm waiting for the frickin'. I did some work today on my neighbor's house. And they usually pay with Cash App, but they paid me in PayPal today. And frickin'. They don't like. They don't like to give you your money, apparently. I had to set it to say that the product was shipped or the pay was completed like I was shipping. So I wasn't shipping something. So I guess maybe it's because the account's set up as a business account. And then my Shopify is connected to. But yeah, probably a bad idea because originally when I was looking into it, it said no tracking information for this. Blah, 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 blah. But can you guys do this? Can you lift 2 gallons of 2 gallons of milk with one hand like this up over your head? Yeah, you gotta be freaking big and strong. That B12 energy. All right, let's see. Hold on. I think it's only in the beginning since your account. Yeah, well, I mean, I've paid for stuff out of the account. I sent Adam some money out of the account, so sending it out of the account wasn't a problem, but just receiving it apparently is. Oh, there goes some bottles and cans, and just clap your hands and just clap your hands where it's at. I got 2 turntables and a microphone. No, I can probably do that. Hold on. Lock myself out. No, you can't. You should have said no, you can't-tra. I got 2 turntables and a microphone. And that is a good drum break. Pick yourself up off the side of the road. All right. Move through the streets like ambulance drivers. Oh, I'm still wrong way. Those are my scissors. Okay. I did pole vault in high school. Let me go do the gallon of milk thing in my fridge. I think I have to. Yeah, give it a whirl. Week. Actually, yeah, you might be able to do it. It took me about 45 years to be able to do it. And milk, I think milk is 13 pounds a gallon. I think water is 8.5. Okay, I could do the one easy peasy. The problem isn't usually your arm, it's your grip strength, being able to hold both. You guys want to see my shower? Oh, there it is. Not anymore. It's all cut out now. I used to pole vault. She used to pole vault in school. Now she pole vaults at home. What's up, chickens? All right. I think this is what they carry when they deliver in the Amazon drones. The drones hold like a padded bag like this. I don't even know where that came from, but it looks like it's got freaking QR codes on it and stuff. Move to the street like ambulance drivers. Shine your shoes with the microphone blues. Yeah, brother. Just had to go to the dairy, get my $10 milk. All right. How you doing, Scott, brother? I go Cheerio. What are you yelling at, huh? What are you bitching about, huh? What you doing? What you doing? Huh? What you doing? Chicken butt? You coming in from out of nowhere? I see you. All right. All right, let's see. All right, we got this chicken. I don't think he has a pulse. Oh, no. You want to see what? Yeah, Katra Internet's got a bunch of. You should check out his YouTube shorts. And everybody should check out dailies also for daily knowledge. Oh, man. Oh, man. Wow. Holy crap. Holy crap. I got 7 eggs today. All right, let me go grab a, why did the boogers, why did the do boogers like you so much, Richard? It's because you give them a mansion to live in. The do boogers? What's a do booger? The birds? The photo is super blurry because I tried to do it with a timer. Yeah, excuses. Beefcake. Check this out. Look at that. Look at that freaking beast. Yeah, boy. Look at that. Yeah. I don't play. And look at this. This is a leaf raker. You just drive it around, and it rakes your leaves for you. It's got a big old fan on the bottom. And a sweeper, not a fan. What am I talking about? Piano bench. All right, let me go grab the basket. Shine shoes with the microphone blues. Whiplash. Where's my freaking egg basket at? All right, let me see. All right, I guess I can go grab one in here. I was already in here, but whatever. I think I broke it. Uh. Yeah, she's not fooling anyone. She's like, look, I took the picture, but my dad's got to get the film developed. I took the picture. And I had 4 gallons in one hand, but my dad's got to get the film developed. It'll be a couple weeks, guys. I swear. Oh, we got it developed, but we got to scan in the photograph. My dad's buying a scanner off of Amazon. It'll be here by pigeon delivery in a couple weeks. Uh, all right, here we go. Man, that's a lot of freaking eggs, boy. Man, there's some big ass eggs too. Look at that. Look at them beautiful. Look at them buttes. I got 2 Snickers bars, she said. I made all this. Me and my dad. Me and my dad made all this. Look at that. Look at that. You want to do freaking. You want to do. Look at that. Lined up right for you, ND. Lined up right for you. That's some. What? I know. You laid them for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Lap, you forgot to change accounts, moron. You forgot to change accounts, left. FBI knows your eyes. Bigot hunter. Then you can. I want to see your face, Ketra. Okay, I got Richard. I'll send Richard the full video for proof. Just don't show that one because I didn't edit out my face. I can edit it out. Or I can just crop it out. Yeah, it don't matter. Forget I'm a professional. All right, we got eggs, boy. We got eggs. We got eggs. All right. See, free eggs every day. That's good. It's nice and warm. So the colder it is outside, the lower their metabolism. You know, because they gotta stay warm and whatnot. So they don't produce as many eggs. But now they're picking up. You're good. Good. Nitro won't let me send. It's too long. Yeah. Yeah, she's not fooling anyone. Why don't you upload it to YouTube, Katra, and just make it private, and then just send the link? You don't have to make it public, and then I'll edit it out. What am I doing? Nice. I hit the wrong button. I wish we could all hang out. Me too. Listen. We'll make that happen, Brianna. I 100% plan on doing meetups, and I'm gonna fly my mods out. Absolutely. He had his mute on to take it. He had his mute on so his girlfriend doesn't know he's talking. No. It's not my girlfriend. It's my girlfriend's. Don't look at me. I hear you, girls. Play up, play up. You talking about his chickens? She talking about my chickens. Rosie, I remember that. I remember people talking like that back in freaking like it was like sixth grade, letting all making fun of all the fifth graders. Like, yeah, Rosie. Oh, somebody's cutting down some trees. Man, somebody should clip this. I look good. I could never be a model. I mean, I could, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'd keep laughing. Yes. What up? Sorry. Sorry. I'm not gonna do it while I'm on my phone. We'll show it when we go live from the studio, so I can edit it, crop it out for you. Are your favorite friends? Yeah, that's what we used to say, right? I hear your best friend's Rosie. He's got 5 sisters. I got all my B12 and D3 in my college, man. Yep, brother. Get healthy, my friend. Good to hear, brother. Good to hear. I'm doing a video. I'm doing a long form video. All right, I got it, Katra. I'm doing a long form video, going over all from Japan, Germany, United States, Sweden, Switzerland, India, and there's one other country I can't remember. Not Austria. Oh, not Australia. Dang it, I don't know. But yeah, so I put all the different all of the different studies together, and they all end the same way. More studies are needed. Like why this shouldn't be introduced as a treatment for 40 different things. More studies are needed. More studies are needed. More studies are needed. They've been doing that same thing. More studies are needed for 60 years. Moving like a couple of minutes. How should I take it? So like the B12. I mean, did you get liquid or tablet B12? B12 you should dissolve under your tongue. I mean, if it's under the tongue. B3 you shouldn't take hot either. So take them. But yeah, I take the coffee I drink. It doesn't matter. I mean, I buy cheap coffee as long as it's like not. It's like German or Colombian. You know, I don't get freaking wackadoo craziness like Maxwell House or whatever. And so I put cocoa, collagen, creatine, sugar, dissolve it with milk. I mean, dissolve it with coffee, cool it with milk, and so Richard will see my face, but I'm fine with that. I just don't want any rapture. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'll edit it out. I drink iced coffee. Yeah. Well, you don't. So the problem isn't the liquid, but if you want to dissolve your, however you make your coffee, yeah, that's fine. However you make your coffee. But the thing is, with it being cold, you won't get as good of dissolving. So you'll have like grit. So it depends. You might have to stir it longer. It just dissolves faster with hot liquids. But yeah, it doesn't matter. You just have to, however you have to get it in, you get it in your damn body. Yeah, iced coffee is good. It's good. Yeah. So, like, what happens in the body is you get things that get out of control. People won't call yeast a parasite, but it's in your body. It's taking nutrition from your body, so whatever you want to call it. But you can get overabundances of yeast, and that's what sugar can cause to have issues. Sugar's not inherently bad for you, but if you're just eating candy and stuff like that, that's not good. But like adding sugar to coffee doesn't make coffee bad for you, especially if you put so much more, especially if you wouldn't drink it bitter. So it's better to put sugar in it than to not drink it at all, for instance. I'm all vaped out, Georgie. I think you're taking something more than vitamin B complex. I'm not taking vitamin B complex. And I'm not, brother. I tell you what, you definitely need some help. Absolutely. The situations you're in left, you should consider getting some freaking nutrition too. Can you hear Kalusia? What up, Caribbean Korean? Super Obama, good coffee sometimes won't need sugar. A black coffee needs no more 2 and 3 sugars. I agree. I agree. So, but I don't enjoy coffee. I don't. Oh, good. No, I slam it in 3 gulps. So I get what up, Nas Wafa? Long time no see, brother. How you been? So like I use my coffee to dissolve my supplements. I cool it down with milk, and then I don't sit there and sip on it all day. Now I get it out of the way and get moving. Yeah, and then so the B12, like Brianna was saying, she gets you. Brianna, you took the B12 yesterday. You said or the day before, and you ended up vacuuming your shoe closet. But yeah, so it's not gonna like amp you up where you can't sleep. Like it's not like that. You can take it and go to bed. So it's not that kind of energy. It's the kind of energy where you're just not exhausted. It's the opposite of being exhausted, but not wigged out. And I'll never take B12 for a while. I'm good the way I am. But eat vegetables out. Good. So Georgie, that's fine if you don't have any issues. But 70 to 90% of Americans have issues absorbing the nutrition from their food. If you don't have that problem, you don't have that problem. But when people say, hey, dude, I'm exhausted all the time, I got ADHD, OCD, freaking can't stop scratching my butt, whatever, then I say, hey, check this out, because most of that stuff is linked back to nutritional deficiency. Listen, the only thing you do for your body is besides work out, is put food in it. That's it. So if you're not feeling right or doing something, it has something to do with what you're put with the food, your food. That's it. That's the only thing you need for your body to work. That's the like if your body was a car, that's the fuel. But it's not like that. It's not like the more you eat, the more energy or more fuel you get. No. You need to make sure that you get, like, you could put liquid in your car and not be gas, and it won't work very well. And that's exactly what happens when you'll drink on. I'm going good, Wafa. Doing good. Georgie, I don't take B12 supplements to drown in milk. Right, well, you don't need it, ND. You don't need it. Looks like there are new mods. No, got 2 more new mods since you've been here last, Waffle. But you ain't on the Discord, brother. And you ain't come around at all anymore. Actually, I'm about to cook steak and eggs. Good stuff. Yeah, boy. Don't look at me, Richard. It made me mod with my first week of being here. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. It wasn't your aura. It was accidental. I took Flintstones my whole life. I don't need any vitamins. There you go. That's what the marketing says. I'm meeting a psychiatrist about ADHD soon, but I want to know natural ways to help. But the best way you can do, listen, if you've already made your appointment, okay, take vitamin D and vitamin B12, a good amount of it, both of them, and see if you can cancel your appointment if you need to. Like, say, make it for a month. And if you start this week taking D3 and B12, you could probably cancel your appointment before that month is up. The problem with, listen, they're not going to test your blood. They're going to talk to you, and they're going to say, do you have this, and that? And you're going to be like, yes. And they're going to be like, okay, that's ADHD. But it might not be ADHD genetically. It may be a vitamin deficiency, and they won't test for it. They will not test for it, especially a psychologist. And that's the problem with psychiatry, because if you're, got me going off. But yeah, absolutely. You need vitamin C to be able to absorb some peak levels. Right. Absolutely. The trick is to get people to start taking B12 so that they know if they need it, they notice a difference, and then they finally realize, okay, there's a lot more to this, to taking proper amounts of vitamins than not. But yeah, vitamins, absolutely. I'm still in denial. My favorite mobile game being canceled. Look like they got it down. Vitamin D. It's also good. Right. Everything is, this is how your body runs. Your body doesn't run on pharmaceuticals. It runs on vitamins and nutrients. No, dude, you haven't been here in like a freaking 2 months, Wappa.
And you can't. And you're not on a Discord. Can I give you some vitamin D, catcher? You said showing your true colors get you my true colors. That's space cow, John. I've always wondered why I'm so exhausted and I get overstimulated by multiple conversations going on at once. Listen, if you've never done anything for your health, if you've never done anything for your health, if you've never taken enough vitamins and supplements to even try, that's all of our problems. We just think we get everything we need from our diet when we're eating processed foods all the time. No, it's not where you can test for it. You got it. You got it. Say here you get it. Yes, because you don't have Discord. Right, right. And the mods talk on Discord about what's going on the stream. So if you're not on Discord, why would you be a mod? Exactly. Right. No problem. No problem. You just ask every 30 seconds every time you're in here. It's all right, Wafa. Right. But plain and simple, you need to. We think that the food we get from the grocery store is good enough, and it's not anymore. It's just not good enough anymore. What's good? What up, Mika? I'm checking my chickens. What you ladies doing over there, huh? What you in a ditch? What are you doing in a hole? I got a chicken in a hole. Yeah, right. Exactly. And think about how good of an idea this is. You sell people cheap food that does nothing for their health, and then you charge them for the stuff that actually still has nutrition in it that you charge out the ass for. So what's better to do financially if you start budgeting yourself is you say, okay, I need this much vitamin A, D, C, E, B, and so on. And say, how do I get that for my diet? Nobody's even done a budget on it. You can look at the side of the box and say, I need this much vitamin A, but you don't look to see if you get it. No one does. Why not? Why don't you look to see if you get it? It tells you on every piece of thing you buy what your daily allotted is for yeah. And no one says, do I get enough? No, none of you do. None of you check to see if you get enough. Oh, I ate a freaking, one time I brushed my teeth and, it's freaking, only mod because I'm Asian and all mods seem to be Asian. That's right. They add stuff to the living animal shots. Right, yeah, right. I just went to a dairy that gets their milk from about a mile away from the dairy that I just went to. All their cows live there. You know, they have people that go out and milk them into buckets. Yeah, and these Asian part Vietnamese. What up, capitalist? Georgie's vaping a lot. He's getting vitamin V. Vitamin vape. Last stream I was in was sickening. Yeah, dude. I had a couple of people check out my competition for me, and they were like, "Yeah, you don't have any competition." I was like, "Yeah, no. What's going on? Why does everybody suck so bad? Why is everybody just so freaking horrible on the internet?" Red meat diet is great for vitamins. Yes, right, right. I agree. 100%, 100%, 100%. Bar at brother. I agree, 100%. But it's prohibitively expensive, right? So what do you do? You find out what you need and you make sure you supplement with that. That's what you're doing. You're supplementing your diet. Because you can't. You're like, okay, I need 4 pounds of red meat a day in order to hit all of these levels, and you don't do it. So what do you do? You'd supplement, and that's what I do. And it's an unbelievable different lifestyle change. Everything's changed. Everything's changed. You may be the only good streamer I know. Thank you, capitalist brother. Yeah, mushroom. I agree there too. I agree there. The mushrooms got it going on. I agree. I am the liberal king. Cool thing about being Asian, I got major LDS. That's funny. Strange how being anti-woke is equally woke. Well, here's the issue. The issue is the Democrats need to clean house. We need a Democratic Party, but they're absolute. But they've been invaded. We've got so many people that realize you can buy votes, and they've come in and they get in. They're just robbing the treasury, and they're like, do this, do that, and they don't do anything. They don't do anything they say. They do everything opposite. They come in, they raise taxes, they rob everybody. Yeah, it's crazy. Yes, so, Johns Hopkins lab, not the Applied Physics Laboratory, but Johns Hopkins Hospital. Look up the saying, a diet without supplementation is suicide. And then read that. And that was in 94. You think things got better? No. I don't smoke. No, no, no. And yeah, my husband is Asian. He can kick my butt for sure. Supplementation is very important. Very important. Very important. Genders don't have souls. I'm mad because I asked her, maybe because I'm Latina. Well, it's my DEI hires. I need to make sure I have an Asian. I need to make sure I have a redhead. I need to make sure I have a Latino. Brother, I'm sorry, but Repubtards and Libtards are funny. No, brother, listen, 100%, 100%. This is what I absolutely promote. If you're a Republican, no matter what, or a Democrat, no matter what, you're gonna have a rough life because the people that just want to buy the vote and get in, they'll vote. They'll be Republican or Democrat on the ticket. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They just want to win so they can get their hands on the purse strings. 100%. So if people go in and go Republican, red, blue, 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 then the people that run in that area, the mobsters and stuff that run in that area, will just run as a Democrat or just run as a Republican because you can win as that. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, there's no middle ground anymore. I am the most center person. Absolutely, I would vote for a Republican and a Democrat. Absolutely, and actually in Georgia we have that. Absolutely. But I agree, brother. Mike, bigger brother. Goth Latinas where? It's a lot of people are on the Goth Latinas. Equality. Brianna's retired. Retired Goth. We effed up. This, we should have gone with Bernie. Brother, listen. I would have agreed with you 5 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago. But 35 years he's been in office, and he's got the 9th worst state in the United States. So it's like everything sounded good, but he's not doing what he's saying. He's not doing what he's promoting to do. And he used to be tax the millionaires and billionaires. Now he's a millionaire. Now it's just tax the billionaires. He's got to go too. He's got to go. He's got to go. All got to go. Right? They never do. Right? Yeah. But the thing is, all college kids start as liberals primarily because they owe a bunch of money to college, and then once they get out of college and they grow up in their 30s and 40s and they start to have money, then they become conservative. And it's the same thing. So every year or every 4 years or so, you get another group of teenagers that are now of voting age, and they hear Bernie. Dude, Bernie does it smart. His marketing is smart. He sends people from his camp to colleges to give out free T-shirts and set up tax the rich, stands as they tax the rich, and everybody, all the kids are like, yeah, and then they vote for him and keep him in office. I love heavy metal and death metal in secret, as long as it benefits we the people. The problem, though, is now the current government, I mean, even like the past 25 years, we the people isn't us. We the people is the government, because we don't do anything. And that's what they'll say. Like, listen to frickin' Biden, said it straight out of his own mouth. He said exactly that. We the people is us, the government of the United States. That's exactly what he said. Yep. We the people haven't had a leader in a long time. Yeah, I agree. 100%. Maybe I'll do it. I'm going to ride into the White House on this. Bam, baby. Get out the way, AOC. I got a job to do. Did you hear about her bust? And not her chest. She just got caught sending like $19,000 to that ketamine doctor, and she was the one that was yelling at freaking Elon Musk about using ketamine, and she's been apparently using it for anxiety. That's crazy. Yes, he 100% said that, brother. 100%. 100. It's absolutely. You can find it in 30 seconds. You can find it in 30 seconds. Do you think people use YouTube live communities as escapism? To what end? Well, I mean, usually people need escapism until they find a path and a purpose, right? Like anything, like video games, like drugs, like whatever. Yeah. But so the goal would be to have something positive, to something that puts people on a positive path until they find their own, you know, you know. But yeah, thank you, my brother. I got two of them. I got a freaking chicken coop. I got my chickens running around all over there. So all of the well, there's all my succulents are all still in here because it gets nice and hot in here. I'm gonna turn this off. We definitely don't need that on anymore. Good thing. Yeah. So I got all kind of cool stuff. Donkey tail. Big old. Look at that guy growing through there. Look at that. What's up, Fuzzy? Aloe. More aloe in here. I got a bunch of cast stuff. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then all this stuff is out on the. But there's just a couple of little things left in here now. I cleared everything else out. Still got some the cactuses in here, but not. Yeah. Oh, I can go off too. There you go. Yeah, that's still on. Look at that. Look at it. Look at how beautiful. Look at these guys. Something else coming up. Thank you, my brother. People use internet interaction because it's hard to find like-minded people offline. I agree with that also. Yeah, 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 yeah. So the goal is to let them free, right? Well, right. So you, even in real life, like as you grow up, like everybody that I grew up with in elementary school, high school, like we all hung out then, and then everybody started to get married and move off and do other. So you do the best for the people around you while they're around you. Some people, when they depart, they want to burn everything down. Especially, if you appear to be doing well compared to them, they just want to burn everything down on their way out. Like once they no longer benefit from it. Very pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Hostville. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Barat. Thank you, Super Obama. Thank you, brother. Nothing to be ashamed of, but I think 4chan Reddit moderators who find solace in weird micro communities and never flourish in real world easily get stuck. I agree 100%. You got cat? Yeah, I got cactus and large terracotta pots too. I got some over here. We'll walk over there and show them in a second. What do you think of Shia LaBeouf, Democrat or Republican? I think he's whatever he gets paid to be. What up, Mehmet? Where you been? That's true. A friend, she ends up being crazy to end the friendship if you don't treat others kindly. Right, yeah. And why would you want to be around trash people? Sometimes we're worried about being alone. And I think one of the great things, at least the situation that I'm in now, I mean, I'm by myself, but I'm not alone. But I get up, I got a lot of stuff to do. I got people all around me, neighbors and whatnot. I got you guys online, constantly new people coming in and out. And, but yeah, but I don't feel lonely. I told myself I'm not even going to date for 3 years until I'm going to build the company as best I can. So because I'm not craving it, like I'm not saying why does nobody want to date me? I don't have here's my terracotta pots. I'm not even. I convinced myself I'm not going to date for 3 years. So I'm not on the dating apps. I'm not doing anything like that. Oh look, everything that I blow is all dying now. So all the seed heads are dead. If you guys watch the blowtorch video, here's this stuff's coming up from last season. This is the garlic, onion. Oh, hold on 1 second. Oopsie. Hold on 1 second. I think. All right, let's see. Um, uh, 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 uh. Yeah, and some friends, like I just had a couple people in here. They got upset because they were incorrect, and then they just want to like burn everything down on their way out. Like, I understand you get pissed off, but a lot of people have been helped through this stream. And then on his way out, he's like reported, man. I'm gonna try to like. I'm just like, okay, dude, geez, like, but we were at a bar and a guy came up to me and and said I was purty, and she screamed, "She's married!" I felt so bad, dude. I had to back up the courage to come with me. Was Emilio Estevez your favorite actor growing up? Emilio Estevez? No, no. My favorite actor growing up. Let's see. I mean, he was cool. Like I really liked Men at Work and was that the Mighty Ducks? What was he in? The Mighty Ducks, stuff like that. Men at Work was one really good movie, but probably I had to think about that. Right. I let my dog out for 5 seconds. She came right back in, covered in burrs. Shut her back paw. People deserve patience and guidance. Anyone who punishes people if for being in pain should really talk about being a good right. No, listen, I understand. I understand that also, right? So grace is what that is, right? You got to give people grace. But when people snap and they feel like they were wronged, they also want to burn the institution down that helped them in the first place. It's very odd. So it's like, to them, rather than just going away, they don't want it to be available at all, which is very, very odd. I mean, but I know about it. AME. Nope, I don't remember you, my brother. Did you change your name? I don't remember your profile picture either. AME. Looks familiar. When's the last time you were here? I'm guessing last year. What were we talking about? Um, right. So we don't teach kids about how to handle relationships, like not about like bullies, friendships, whatnot, and at all. Like, we don't teach. Yes, I remember you. Life is life. Absolutely, I absolutely remember you. How you been, brother man? Um, but yeah, and it's huge, and we're dealing with the repercussions of that. So what do we do now? We try our best to guide as many people as we can. And if people are already driving off of a cliff, I'm not going to let them drag me off with it. Absolutely not. Because eventually, I've got things. I've got a family that I want to raise, and I got things that I want to do, and I'm absolutely not. I mean, I don't have kids, so right now I'm gonna try to help everybody that I can. But once I have kids, you guys are on your own. I mean, I'll absolutely do whatever I can, but obviously my attention's gonna have to go elsewhere. So I'm gonna do the best I can to leave a lot of content behind for people that need it, and then you know, retire, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Morals. Yeah, those things. Those things. And it's not that difficult. I convinced myself that most people are unhealthy. Most people. I was in a terrible state for decades. And I stopped asking for help and started helping myself. And I found that my issues were related back to severe vitamin deficiencies. And so 35 years of ADHD meds and depression meds and anti-anxieties and all that stuff. And then a month of B12 and D3, and I'm building shit and doing all kinds of stuff and got chickens and, you know, yeah, everything's changed. What up, Robert? My tender self-helper. Did you guys have? Do you have children? No, I don't. I plan on this being. I plan on riding this out, but obviously I'm not going to be streaming 8 hours, 10 hours a day after I have kids. but yeah. But no, I mean, I'll probably be one of those that streams till I die. Maybe even stream my dirty little secrets. Dirty little secret. Jack and see. Look into my eye. What do you see? I think I'll do pretty good, Robert. I tell you what, I was when I was in my 30s, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. Absolutely not. And I think that might be a problem for a lot of people, especially a lot of young women. There's a lot of young girls and women that are on SSRIs and stuff that absolutely don't want to have kids. They're like, everything sucks. Well, maybe everything just feels like it sucks because there's obviously a lot of people doing very well, and there's a lot of people that aren't, right? So if there's a lot of people that are doing well, the people that aren't, what's holding them back? If we all live under the same constitution and we all live under the same rule, and some people can do very well, even it's right, I think a mindset and the more I read into the effects of vitamin deficiencies, mineral deficiencies, and stuff like that, it seems like such a huge thing. And I ate well. Yeah, and then after I started supplementing, everything got better. I was like, hey, okay, now let's freaking do a bunch of work every day and stream 8, 10, 12 hours. Hold on 1 second. My neighbor. What's up, girls? Nice camera in the eye. Yeah, try it. So it's fulfillment people in here after. Has anyone? So fulfillment people in here and after. Hold on. Feels like I'm running in circles in life. Right, right, right. And I think we all do. Some people handle it better than others. I got myself healthy, and I've created a purpose for myself to help other people get healthy too. Everybody's got ADHD. Everybody's got some sort of autism. Everybody's got anxiety. Everybody. Well, I don't anymore. And the only thing I take is freaking is supplementation. That's it. So you look at the RDA values for vitamins and minerals, and how often have you budgeted for that to say, let me hit 100 every day? Nobody does. Nobody does, and we're not taught to. We're taught, oh, the lunches you get in schools are nutritionally balanced. Right. What does that mean? What does that mean? Nutritionally balanced. Doesn't mean 100%. Yeah. You know how some women feel like they were born to be a mother, made for it. I don't feel that way. And I think most women don't nowadays. But imagine if your body knows that it needs a proper amount of nutrition to even handle the pregnancy. It would make sense that you wouldn't have that urge if your body didn't have the ability to do it healthfully. And then there's so many people, so many women that have problems with pregnancy. And it's like, but everybody's unhealthy. I don't think anybody hits. And then doctors don't do it for you either. When you, like, for B2B, he's in the hospital with a failing pancreas, and he asked for a vitamin deficiency test, and they said, we don't do that here. You look healthy. That's what the doctor and the nurse said to him while he's laying in a bed, laying in a hospital bed with tubes connected to him. We don't do vitamin deficiency tests. You look healthy to me. I'm in a hospital bed. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Richard, hey, what up, Loretta? I tried to email you, but it said your email was invalid. You can send it to 110th grade at gmail.com. You send it to anything at 110thgrade.com. Either one. If that doesn't work for you, oh no, I got to find out why it doesn't work. But that or 110. If you go to my YouTube channel, it says for business inquiries, 110th grade at gmail.com. That 110th grade at gmail.com. So I haven't been a great person. My issues making hold on. So I haven't been a great person. My issues make getting to know people difficult. Panic attacks stuff. Right. Okay. Perfect. So this is one huge thing that for you. Do you have panic attacks for no reason? No reason. Like there's not a freaking snake jumping in your face. You're not dodging bullets. You're just like, if that's your problem, I urge you, I urge you to first of all get a bag of Warheads sour candy. If you have a panic attack, which appears to be for no reason, your brain can only handle one emergency at a time. Spicy, very spicy foods and very sour foods will take your mind off of whatever it's panicking. But that's typically a response to your body not being where it should be. The word disease actually is dis-ease, not at ease. Your body's not at ease with itself. You do not have in your body what you need, or you have something that you shouldn't have in your body. Okay, PTSD. Okay, so okay, take this. Grant, I want you to check this out. When we're done this live stream, or if you're on later, I'll do it for you. Vitamin D3 and vitamin B12, high doses, 5,000 micrograms, not 2.4 micrograms. If your body is not absorbing nutrition from your food how it should, like mine doesn't, that stuff, like I've got ADHD now, but now it's a superpower. It's not a freaking disability anymore. A bunch of people that's been through here also had a PTSD war, and it's helped a lot of people. I've got a lot of DMs of people that are like kick ass, and they don't want to talk about it like they don't want to talk about it openly. But imagine how pissed off you would be is if you actually started taking proper vitamins and minerals, proper nutrition, and that lightened up 10% or 100%. There are reasons, just triggers, comments. I won't go into no problem, no problem. Not to cure PTSD. No, not to cure PTSD, but for relief. So here's the thing. Here's what happens with PTSD, and I'm not telling them this. I'm showing them the data. That if you can do the same thing, here, we'll do it right now. We'll do it right now. We'll do it right now. And this is the thing. Doesn't that sound odd? You're telling people to cure PTSD with vitamins? I'm telling people that the resulting symptoms from PTSD and vitamin deficiencies make it more unmanageable. So so if you've got reason for PTSD, absolutely. But when you have the side effects or the effects of that, they do not need to be that bad. I'm not talking about in your case. I'm talking about in a lot of cases, anything plus vitamin deficiency equals worse. Uh, well, well, well. All right, and I understand that this is kind of. I understand you're gonna get in. You're gonna get the Google overview here, but it's because we're not going to get into it. You can get into it all you want, but I'll show you even just the overview here. Yeah, not cure it, not cure it, but ADHD is the same way. All right, look. Vitamin B12 deficiency and PTSD. And PTSD. Vitamin B12 deficiency is linked to the increased risk of psychiatric symptoms, including anxiety, depression, and cognitive dysfunction, which are also core features of PTSD. Studies show PTSD patients often have elevated homocysteine. That's the opposite of PTSD. It's what B12 helps decrease. Okay, but byproduct managed by B12, indicating B12 deficiency may exacerbate PTSD symptoms like brain fog, anxiety, and severe mental fatigue. And we could go through that all that you want. It's good or bad. Is it good or bad for people to reject people for panic attacks? Is it good or bad, brother? If you feel broken, then it sucks to get rejected. Do you ever see the guy that goes up to the girl at the bar and says, "Hey, can I get your number?" And they go, "No," and then he goes, to the next girl, hey, can I get your number? Like it doesn't even affect them. Okay. Now there's reasons for that. Why? What is the reasons? If we're all basically the same on the inside, underneath of our skin, what's the reason? Maybe some of us, maybe that response, that feeling is a spike, cortisol, homocysteine. Now some people may have plenty, or their guts may be working properly, and they're pulling plenty of nutrition out of their diets, right? And some people don't, right? So, what are your qualifications to ask me that? And before taking this seriously, before taking people like her seriously, why would you not? Why would you not? Why is it that when sometimes people are trying to help other people come in and say, what's the qualifications? I did my research, girl. Why don't you do yours? How long are you going to suffer? How long are you going to feel like shit and feel like coming and making other people feel like shit? Do you think that's good? Do you think that's good to come in, people that are having issues and somebody's trying to help them? You think that's a good idea? Or why don't you say, hey, I don't know about what this guy's talking about, but then again, I don't know much about anything. Maybe we should look this up more. Maybe you should look this up a little more yourself. And all I'm telling you is to, hey, I just did that. Have you ever? Have you ever just done that? No, you haven't. And I'm telling you, do it. I'm all right, brother. Yeah, qualifications. I bunked with Dr. Fauci. I'm just so pissed. I'm so tired of people that are like, you're not a doctor, right? What's your doctor gonna do? What's your doctor gonna do? Your doctor, you're gonna go to your doctor. You're gonna say, hey, can I see if I got any vitamin deficiencies? And they're gonna say, no, we don't do that. Why? Why don't you do that? It looks like vitamin B12 deficiency can cause a lot of this stuff that a lot of people in the United States have. Yeah, but we don't do that. But we can give you any of these pharmaceuticals. Oh, what is that going to do? Well, this will help elevated homocysteine levels. Well, so does B12, and B12 is a hell of a lot cheaper. So why wouldn't you try it before going on? It's a vitamin. I'm all for ways to heal, but you need to know more knowledge. Right, right. Then get it. I'm planting a seed. I'm not asking you to invest in my company. I'm telling you, hey, give it a whirl. Stop being unhealthy. It's not that hard. It says on the back of like every cereal box and every piece of food that we buy, how much vitamin and minerals you're supposed to have or the percentage of. And nobody makes sure they have it all. Nobody does. Nobody, no people don't even do a financial budget, let alone a vitamin and mineral budget. But yeah, it's time to heal. This freaking crazy ass United States has been wacky ass for too long. We've offshored our health care to doctors and stuff that profit off of it. We forgot that they're companies, that they're corporations that want to get rich. They want to make patients. They want to make customers. They don't want to heal you. It's not health care. It's sick care. They manage symptoms. What I like to do is I like to find out what's the mean cause. What causes it? What causes these symptoms? Rather than how do we manage the symptoms? And the thing is, if you go to a doctor that's not even a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and you go to them with something like ADHD, OCD, PTSD, they're going to give you something rather than saying why not. And that's all I'm saying is if you're not as healthy as you think you could be, look into stuff like that. A very simple thing to do. Which vitamin deficiencies cause blank symptom? And then look into it because it's so cheap and it's very easy to do. And it's changed my life. 35 years on Klonopin, Paxil, Prozac, Adderall, Vyvanse, Ritalin. And then finally, in my mid 40s, I was finally like, okay, let's try another way. I'm better than you. Who's better than me? Who's better than Jesus? Who's better than Allah? Circles. Yeah, yeah. And so if you start to check out, start to look into what is a thought, what is the mind's reaction the reactions that cause different things or that make you feel different things. So an emotional response to something is released by a bunch of hormones. And you want to find out which ones cause anxiety, like homocysteine and cortisol. What cancels that out? What in the body is supposed to make you stop being anxious when you shouldn't be anxious anymore? And that makes it much easier to deal with stuff. It does get tiring. Yeah. Qualification. Yeah, right. The qualifications. I want to help people. That's my qualification. Wise looking tree. What up, Assail? Does lack of it, low B12. So homocysteine and cortisol is your body's reaction to anxious situations. Okay, if you don't have enough cobalamin, methylated cobalamin, vitamin B12 is methylcobalamin. If you don't have enough of that in your system, think of it this way: a lot of antidepressants are SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. So your body, your brain doesn't have enough serotonin in it. So what it tries to do is it keeps what's there longer, rather than the doctor saying, let's try to increase the amount of serotonin in your brain. And guess what does that? Vitamin D3 and vitamin B12. So it's absolutely, but why does it take so long to say, hey, our bodies work off of vitamins and minerals? Why why not make sure we're getting what we're supposed to get? And because no, it reduces anxiety. Absolutely, I'm bad because I was born into the struggle and violence, and now the world punishes me for being a dog. I don't even feel like I deserve to have trauma. I react to it badly. Okay, so this is what I would recommend everybody to do. Make sure you're getting proper nutrition. It's like I said, you can. People don't even look up to see how money actually works, let alone our bodies, let alone, okay, like our cars. People don't know how their cars work. They use garages. They use mechanics. They say, oh, my car's broke, and they never learn how their car works. They just give it to a mechanic. The same thing with our health. You do not have a headache from a lack of Tylenol. You do not have a stomach ache from a lack of acetaminophen or ibuprofen. That's not how the body works. The body works off of us putting food in it and it getting what it needs from the food. A lot of very, very interesting stuff's come out in the past 5 years about our food and how our intestines work. For 15 years, I worked for the movie industry, and I've seen these rich, very, very rich people and the way that they interact with healthcare. And it's very different from how us peons interact with it. The very first thing everybody does is they take their supplements with their morning coffee. I adopted that. I was like, what are you guys taking? And then so I adopted that. And then when they invest hundreds of millions of dollars in movies and you're hired to do stuff, they want to make sure you can perform. So the medic will come around and offer people vitamins and minerals. Zinc, B12, D3, A, E, iron, and keep everybody healthy. Why? Because they are protecting their investment. So they want you to be able to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, get there at 6 a.m. and work till 5 p.m., right? And it's very difficult to do that unhealthy. They pay for you to be properly nourished because they're protecting their investment. But once you walk out the door, you're on your own. So it's very interesting. So my mission is to let people know that you're in charge of the body you're driving. You make sure it's tuned up yourself, because you don't need a lot of the other crap that we're told to. We're turned into nice little customers. That's what we're told to do. And then we just stay medicated for 35 years. What did time out? I don't know. Is it? Look it up, how money works all the time. I just don't get it right. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't understand how value is created. They don't understand how money works. They don't understand how debt works. And then the people that have all the money in the world tell people to watch out for debt, even though debt is what they leverage to get their millions and billions of dollars, right? So everything's all wackadoodle. Everybody's trying to be deceptive. Once they get to the top caste, they gatekeep for everybody else, and then they find ways to keep everybody else in a loop. How can I get as much money from these people as possible? But yeah, it's absolutely people do not understand how the world works. And I didn't understand until my mid 40s. And if I can pass off some information to as many people as that come through here as possible, and just get you looking up, just a quick little Google search, what vitamin deficiencies cause these symptoms that I'm having, and then you can even do the same thing. What vitamin deficiencies cause ADHD symptoms? Because that's what you want to look for. If you say which vitamin deficiencies cause ADHD, you might get an odd answer. But if you say which vitamin deficiencies cause ADHD symptoms, then it'll say B12 deficiencies, D3 deficiencies, E deficiency. And you're like, okay, well, let me take some of that. What I miss? Well, before I go, I'm not. Before I go, because I'm not good, I want to remind people to be kind to people who are scared. In Jesus' name, never punish or reject someone who's in pain. Amen. Absolutely, brother. God bless you, my friend. I implore you. I implore you to, dude. If you're in pain, you might be able to relieve some of the pain up to a bearable level. Absolutely. Because imagine if what you have plus something else that you can take care of could relieve you in some way, shape, or form, even if it's 10%, maybe more. I understand fractional reserve banking, and I understand it's screwing regular people, and it's a little definition of usury. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It's very interesting. After we came up, we should do a stream on how money works, and especially in the United States. It's very it'll drive you mad. It'll drive you mad. Yeah, and so fractional reserve banking. So imagine this: you start a bank. I start a bank, the Bank of Richard. You come in and you give me $1 million. You say, hey, here's $1 million. I want to start an account. So you put $1 million in. I can then take that money, and I can send. I only have to hold 10% of that. So I can loan out 900,000 of those dollars. But if someone comes to my bank, if you come to my bank and you get 900,000, somebody else, so Grant comes in and he says, I need a $900,000 loan. I say, sure, here, it's in this account that's in the Bank of Richard. That's now a deposit in the Bank of Richard. I can then only have to hold 10% of that. I only have to reserve 10%, a fraction of that. Now I can loan out 810,000 more dollars to somebody else. Do you understand? So if you go into a bank and you want $1 million, they're gonna be like, it's gonna take us a couple weeks. You can't go get $1 million in cash. They only have to hold in reserve 10% of what's deposited. And then they just rotate around like that. All right, my brother Grant. You are mad, Richard. Back to the doctor, please, man. What? May you and I learn to protect. May you and I learn to protect, not reject the people with PTSD. Amen. So may be stronger than evil that punishes, brother. Brother, listen. That's all I'm. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I found so much relief in my tortured life. I found so much relief, and it's so easy. It was so much easier than I expected. Decades. And it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I just hope more and more people can do it. That's true, right? And the biggest factor is in monetary policy. That's exactly right. Well, you just, like, I can't even do the math. You just turned $1 million into, and I can't do the math, it's probably exponential, right? It's absolutely It's crazy. It's crazy. So it's like, hey, what can we do? Well, let's pass a law. First of all, we got to get off the gold standard because we don't have that much gold. We don't have that much gold. I think there's only 900 billion or no, $400 billion at Fort Knox. Well, how are we $40 trillion in debt? And how do we have that money to do X, Y, and Z prior to that? Why are we? But we only have $400 billion. I mean, that we have more in other places, but Fort Knox, for instance. But look how much gold America has on hand. So they needed more. So what they've been doing, Democrats and Republicans, they're trying to keep everybody out of looking to see what they've been doing by robbing everything, enriching themselves while driving us all into the ground. Then pocket the interest. Right. And the thing is, you can write off your losses, but the losses a bank incurs isn't their losses. It's yours. They lost your money. So as long as they lose less than what the $250,000 FDIC insured amount, that just gets given back by the government. So you start a bank to find a rich guy to invest, or not to invest, to deposit. And then like this is how these community banks can start off with a little building and then give tens of millions of dollar loans to create that community. Then the people that helped start that bank, that funded this project that built all the houses around the bank, are the ones that are selling the houses. So they didn't even have the money in the first place, and they don't. It's debt. And so we're all told debt's the worst thing in the world. That's the point of being on gold. That's the point of being on gold. Is the value that was tied to a fixed quantity. Right. Sorry. Yes. Right. We had to wait to dig up more to spend more money. I went to the pharmacy yesterday to pick up K2. I electrically signed in, and there was someone else with the same name and date of birth as me in the system getting Cialis. I thought I was getting pranked. Not mine, I swear. So I'm going to talk about that too. Cialis, Viagra, another freaking huge scam. Most people, and listen, they haven't checked their vitamin deficient levels since Viagra and Cialis was being researched, since the clinical trials. But most people that have a need for that stuff are low in zinc. And so when you go to the doctor and you say, doctor, my ding-a-ling ain't doing what it's supposed to do, they don't say, hey, try taking zinc for the next week and let me know what happens. They put you right on Viagra. And then you think, oh shit, I better have a prescription ready, because if a girl comes around, I got to have one. Rather than your body just working. And we're so convinced. Do you remember how Viagra got marketed, right? Bob Dole, politician Bob Dole, was the guy that was going around being like, I've got erectile dysfunction and I take care of it with Viagra. A politician. Oh, that's weird. Well, that's weird. Now, if we also have the agriculture industry, how do we get more people on Viagra and Cialis? Well, let's see. Hey, Jim over there making frickin' whatever, don't put zinc in it anymore. Anything that was look why there's not zinc added to milk anymore. They'll tell you it was because it made coffee green, but it doesn't make coffee green. Look it up. They took zinc out of milk because they said it made coffee green. So instead of giving people nutrition from the milk that they destroyed in the homogenization and the pasteurization process, they destroyed it, so they add A and D back in. So people think, I'm getting enough vitamin A and enough vitamin D, I drink milk. But that's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. Because the amounts they add in are low. They're doing a psychology trick. They're doing a psychology trick so you think you have it. And then when I say something about vitamins, you're like, dude, I drink milk. No, you're not getting what you need. But yes, but everybody needs zinc. And then so they take zinc out of milk, and now everybody needs Cialis and Viagra. Well, isn't that interesting? Then imagine that. Then imagine you make a couple $100 billion off of that. What's next? What's next can we do? What other vitamin or mineral can we take out? And like I don't. When's the last time you seen a vitamin commercial? Like even like Centrum for Men and stuff used to be on TV 10 years ago, and I don't see commercials for it anymore. Well, then again, I don't see them. I don't see them hardly at all anymore. Like I don't see Flintstones for kids commercials. So it's like it seems now. Maybe I'm just overreacting, but it seems like they're taking vitamins out of everything. They're overcooking everything. Even beef, the one of the best things you can put in your body. They're trying to say cows farts are destroying the planet. We need to slaughter all the cows. We're using too much water on cows. Let's eat 3D printed vegetable based meat, right? Well, what's that going to do? Everybody's going to be super unhealthy, right? And then what? And then you're going to have symptoms, and then you're going to go to the doctor, and the doctor's going to give you symptom relief rather than just fixing the problem. And our body works by putting food in our mouth. When we showed up on this planet, there was no hospitals, there was no doctors, and we made it to today without all that stuff. Back when before freaking damn before what the hell is it that freaking people with diabetes take? Before insulin and metformin came around back in the 1800s, at least that's the farthest back that I seen, diabetics were treated with a beef salt water diet. That's it. Beef, water, and salt. That's what they were put on to take care of their diabetes. And then they were like, okay, well, hey, how can they aren't buying enough vegetables and other stuff? How can we get them to eat a lot more than what they are eating? Well, they found freaking insulin and whatnot. So now you can take that and eat whatever you want. The point is, they fixed the problem with diet well before they came up with this other stuff. What up, Yvonne? Ding-a-ling, Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Is that I see, and that's a really weird thing. Like I see that, I don't see any vitamin commercials at all, but I do see Ding-a-ling vitamin or Ding-a-ling pills all the time. Yeah, Blue Chew and Rosa Sparks and all that. Says what is definitely side effect? I take. So do you have MK7 or MK4, Fish? About 40 milligrams, but that's what I take. Yeah, I take 40. But the thing is, if you're on MK4, that's got a very short half-life, only about 4 hours. So you're theoretically, I mean, if you're having bone problems and stuff, you should dose 3 times a day. But yeah, I take MK7 also. What? So I have wrist drops. They absorb through the skin for my D3 and my MK4. And I have MK7 I take by mouth. My farts are destroying the planet. That's too little gut bacteria. You would expect it's too much gut bacteria. But look into it right now. You can look it up right now. Gut bacteria eats farts. It reduces gas. The oversimplification. There are issues with how we're raising cows. Depends on where you go. Corn-fed cows are the ones that produce more methane, which is the big problem. Do you know why that is? You know why that is? You just said the reason. Because they're fed with corn. They don't eat corn. They don't eat corn. They don't eat corn. They don't even eat grass, so to speak. They put grass in their mouth and they put it in their first stomach. Then in their second stomach, bacteria eat that grass. And then in their third stomach, that's where the bacteria multiply. And then they eat into their fourth stomach the bacteria. They don't actually eat grass. Oddly enough, and if they don't have enough bacteria in their stomach, they've got to get a rennet transplant, and that's usually caused by killing it with the stuff that they're putting on the corn. Plus, it's not good for the cow's health to feed them. There you go. Cows should be fed grass. Exactly. I love cows very much. Dairy farming is so much work, and I think companies want to have all that work, so they stick the poor cows in the barn together. They absolutely do. Yep, corn is a problem. That's right. I eat blue cheese every day. Yep, that's good for you. Cows are being fed wrong. Yeah, 100%. Right, 100%. But you can grow billions of acres of corn pretty easily, and it's not even the corn that we eat. Right, and you see how bloated they get? They got to stick a needle into the side of the cow and light the farts on fire. Right. It's not like they've done anything really good for us. All right, where are we at here? Where are we at? I think I only got 10% battery left. All right, I'm gonna get something to eat, and then I'll jump back on the I'll jump back on the from the studio here. I love you all. See you guys back in a little bit. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.